We are just going to start with the models. You may wonder what models are. These are auxiliary verbs. Auxiliaries. What is the meaning of auxiliaries? Auxiliary means aiding or helping verbs. Okay. So, under verbs, we have the ordinary verbs and also the modal verbs, modal auxiliaries. I am just going to teach you the different types of auxiliaries. Shall we go ahead? Under verbs, we are just going to see the ordinary verbs, and the auxiliary verbs. I already told you auxiliary means helping verbs. These verbs, auxiliary verbs, go further to help the main verb. Okay, that is why they are called the aiding verbs or auxiliary verbs. Okay, these auxiliary verbs have different types. Let's see the primary auxiliaries. These primary auxiliaries are be, have, and do. These are three. Okay. These three are further divided into these be form of verb is, am, was, and were. Okay, I will put this here, and were. Okay. Have is has, have for present tense, and had for past tense. Is and am for, is, am, are for. Is, am, are for present tense, and was and were for past tense. Okay, and do. Do is does and do for present tense, and for past tense did. See how many primary auxiliaries are here? These three are further divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, does, do, did. All these are primary auxiliaries. The next one is the modal auxiliaries. The modal auxiliaries these are 9 plus 4. Okay? This is 3 and this is 9 plus 4. So, altogether they are 16. Okay? Altogether they are 16. These are 16 altogether. Now, let us see the modal auxiliaries. First one, the modals, we will just see. Under modal auxiliaries, there are two types. They are the regular auxiliaries and the quasi-modals. Okay, I'll just say these auxiliaries are modal auxiliaries and quasi-modals. These modal auxiliaries are further divided into 9. Can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, and 9 must. Okay, can, could, shall, excuse me, can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, and must. And under quasi-modals, we have 4. The first one, need, ought to, dare, and used to. Okay, you just go through this tabular column, or we can just call it a tree diagram. We have ordinary verbs and auxiliary verbs. Ordinary verbs are all the verbs that we go through, like write, read, stand, sit, run. All these are ordinary verbs. Any word denoting action is an ordinary verb. But auxiliary verbs can be divided into the primary auxiliaries and the modal auxiliaries and quasi-modals. Okay, quasi-modals. Now, how many primary auxiliaries? Primary means the basic. These are the basic auxiliaries: be, have, and do. And these be form of verbs are is, am, are, was, and were. That is for singular, we use singular nouns, we use she is, he is, I am, they are. For plural, we use are. That is for present tense. For past tense singular, we use was, and for past tense plural, we use were. So, all these are be form of verbs. Next, we have the have. That is under the perfect tense, we have, and this can be expanded into has and have. These two are present perfect tenses, has and have. She has, he has, it has. You have, they have, we have. Okay, all these are present perfect tenses, and these are the forms of have. And the past perfect tenses had, H-A-D. They had, it had. For all the persons, it is had. I had, you had, we had, they had, he had, all that. Okay. Now, the do form of verbs. Do form of verbs for the present tense, it is does and do. He does, she does, it does. And I do, we do, you do, and they do. And the past tense of the do form of verb is did. He did, she did, he did, they did, we did, I did, all that. It is this. Now, the modal auxiliaries are 9 in number. Can and could, shall and should, will and would, may and might, and must. Okay? We are going to do more elaborately on this modal auxiliaries now. Where we should use all these modal auxiliaries, I am going to explain the uses of each and how and when they are used. And these are quasi-modals, and quasi-modal or semi-modals they call it, semi or quasi. Why do they call it semi? Because they do half the work of the modal auxiliaries. So, these are 4 in number: need, ought to, dare and used to. Need and dare, ought to and used to. These 4 are semi-modals. Now, we are going to do in detail the modal auxiliaries and the quasi-modals. Shall we go ahead with that? And I am going to give you a lot of exercises to go through these modals, how and when to use, and then I'll be giving you a test based on that. Okay, we are just going to do modal auxiliaries in detail. Okay, shall we go ahead? First one is may. May and might. May and might. May and might. Now, may is used mainly, it may rain. That is possibilities. Okay? It denotes possibilities. I am going to give you the different kinds now. Where they are used, we are going to see. First one, possibilities. Example, it may rain today. If you just look out into the sky and see, oh, it is cloudy, it may rain today. So, we use may here because it shows possibility. Next one, let's start here. Second one, he might go to Delhi. Here, instead of might, you can also use may. He may go to Delhi, he might go to Delhi. It's a possibility. Next one. You may fall. If you are not careful. You may fall if you are not careful. Next one, permission. When you go to your higher officials and you just ask them a permission, may I come in, sir? Oh, madam, may I come in? or may I be seated? So, all these are permissions. May I go home a little earlier today? All these are asking for permissions. May I come in? Next one, the reply will be, if you ask this question to your boss, he or she may say, yes, you may come in. So, we have seen two places where may can be used. One is possibility and the other one is asking permission. Asking permission or granting permission. This is asking permission. May I come in? And yes, you may come in is granting permission to enter. Next one, purpose. Under purpose, we see she example, she works hard so that she may get a state rank. She works hard so that she may get a state rank. So, what is the purpose behind it, or what is the use of this? She works hard because she has a purpose to work hard. What is the purpose for her working hard? So that she may get a state rank. Is that understood? Okay, next example we will see under purpose. He came early so that he might meet her, or he might meet them. So, here we see another purpose. Why did he come early? He came early so that he might meet them. So, there is a purpose for him to come. Next one, wish or prayer. Wish or prayer, like you wish, may you have many more years to come, or may you have a long life. Okay? Example 1. May you live long to see your great grandchildren. This is a wish This again is a wish. Okay. I pray that I may have plenty of money. I pray that I may be wealthy. Yeah, this is a prayer. Okay. Have you understood so far? So we have seen possibilities, we have seen permission, we have seen purpose, and we have seen wish or prayer. Next one, remote possibility. Remote possibility. Okay, that is which may happen, which may not happen in future. Okay, so we will see some examples. It might rain. Second one, he might be sleeping now. It might rain. He might be sleeping now. These are remote possibilities. Here we see it may rain today. That is, there is some possibility because there is the weather is so chill and also it is quite cloudy. But here it might rain. He might be sleeping now. It may happen or it may not happen. Next one we will see other things like under remote possibility itself I'll write. He may have left for Mumbai. Okay, he may have left for Mumbai by now. That is, it's not sure, but he may have left for Mumbai by now. That is, it's a remote possibility. Possibility is like I think he would have left for Mumbai, but here he may have left for Mumbai. So, it's a remote possibility. Next one, she might have failed. In case somebody says she might have failed, other one can say no, she has passed maybe with very low marks. Even this, he may have left for Mumbai by now. The other one can say no, I saw him yesterday in Chennai or I saw him today in Chennai. So, the possibility is not for sure. It is a remote possibility. So, we will see now, we will go through these may and might. That is the first one under modal auxiliaries. We are just discussing possibilities, permissions, purpose, wish or prayer and remote possibility. Okay? 5 headings we have seen and we are just going to do everything in detail. Possibilities. It may rain today. He might go to Delhi. You may fall if you are not careful. Permission. May I come in? Yes, you may come in. That is asking permission and granting permission. Purpose. That is may and might is used for a purpose. She works hard so that she may get a state rank. This is a purpose. He came early so that he might meet them. He came early so that he might meet them. So he has come early with a purpose. What is that purpose? That he might meet them. Next one, wish or prayer. May you live long. May you live long to see your great grandchildren. It's like a blessing, okay? May you live long to see your great grandchildren. It's a wish. You're wishing someone or you're blessing someone, okay? Next one, may God bless you. This is again another blessing or wish to another one. Next one, I pray that I may be wealthy. This is a prayer. You are praying to God. I pray that I may be wealthy and healthy and all that. All these are prayers. Now, remote possibility is something which may not happen, may happen, may not happen. Okay, let's see. It might rain. He might be sleeping by now, or he might be sleeping now. He may have left for Mumbai by now. She might have failed. These sentences, it may not be true also. She might have failed, may not be true. He may have left for Mumbai, may not be true. He might be sleeping by now, also may not be true. Or it might rain, is also not true. It is remote possibility. So these are the ways in which may and might are used, and these are two of the modal auxiliaries. Shall we move on to the next two? Next we are moving on to can and could. We just saw may and might, now we are moving on to can and could. Can usually we can frame it as ability based word, okay, ability based modal auxiliary. If I say I can do this, it shows my ability. Sometimes in schools or colleges or even in any other offices, says, can I go and meet, can I go to the restroom please, you ask. That's a wrong statement. Going to the restroom or going out, it is your ability. You need not go and ask permission, okay. That you should use may instead of can. But I can do this, I can lift up a big weight, I can eat 2 plates full. All these are abilities, so there you can use it. Shall we see all the uses of can and could? Can and could. First one, ability. Both here we have both past and present, okay, ability, both past and present, because can we usually say First one. She can speak English well. She can speak English fluently. What does it show? It shows ability. She can speak English fluently, shows ability. Okay? Let's see the next example. Me too can play well at cards. Again, card, can. He could lift that box easily. Good. Here we see ability, that is speaking English fluently, or playing cards well, or lifting a box easily. All these sentences show ability. Okay? So, we use can and could for ability. Remember that. Next, under can and could is polite request. Polite request, we always use could. When you ask permission from a higher official, you always ask could. Okay? Like, could I please use the phone, or could I use your phone please? This is how you speak. Okay? You don't go and ask, can I use the phone, or can I do this? Could you please keep quiet? So, that is a polite request. So, in these places we use only could. Could you please do it for me? Next one. Could you please lend me some money? Could you please lend me some money? Could you please do it for me? This is a polite request, and you are just saying it in a very nice way. Okay? Here we use only could. Don't use can. You should only use could. To a higher official, when you speak, or just to show polite request, you use could. Next one, permission or order. can go. In case you just go and say or ask permission, may I go out for a minute, or could I please be excused for 10 minutes? I'll go make a call and come. Then the other person can say, yes, you can go. There they don't use could, they use only can. You can take my book. You can take my book. Okay, so here you are giving permission to do something. Or in case it's order, you can only use this pen for filling up. So here it's almost like an order. You can only use this pen for filling up. Okay, filling up the form. Here this can is used as an order. Next we will see prohibition. Prohibition, you cannot. Can will be followed by not. You cannot do that. You cannot speak. Okay, for example, you cannot speak inside the library. You cannot. Always prohibition comes with a not. Can plus not. You cannot cross the road here. You cannot smoke inside the hall. Okay, this is prohibition. Next one. Possibility. That man could be the killer. That man could be the killer. So, could. We are using could here. Next one. become his wife. So these are the uses of can and could. We saw here ability, polite request, permission or order, prohibition and possibility. Okay, we will just discuss all these points again. First one, ability, both present and past. She can speak English fluently. If I say, if I talk about someone who in the past, like I met her last year, she could speak English very fluently. Could is used in the past tense. Okay, she can speak English fluently is just a general statement. Next one, Meethu can play well at cards. Meethu can play well at cards. It's just a general statement, and this shows ability, that she is able to. He could lift that box easily. Last year, Mr. Somu could lift that box easily. Could is used here as past tense. Okay. Next one. A polite request, always we use could. Don't use can. Polite request is always with the word or with the modal auxiliary could. So could is used as a polite request always. Could you please do it for me? Could you please lend me some money? Or could you please open the door? Or could you please keep quiet? All this, a polite request is where we use could. Next one, permission or order. Yes, you can go. So you are giving permission to go. Permission for a person to go. You can take my book. You are giving permission for a person to take the book. You can use only this pen for filling up the form. This is an order. You can use this pen only, you can only use this pen for filling up the form. This is an order. Okay. So, permission and order we use can. Next place, prohibition. Prohibition, like prohibiting someone not to do something, we always add not along with can. Okay. You cannot speak inside the library. You cannot speak. Can plus not. Only then it becomes a prohibition. You cannot cross the road here. You cannot smoke inside the hall. Next one. So, all this prohibition we saw. Last one is possibility. That man could be the killer. So, when you watch a thriller movie or when you read a thriller story, you just analyze and then you discuss. I think that man could be the killer. Okay, possibility. Next one, his girlfriend could become his wife. There is a possibility. His girlfriend may or may not marry him, but here there is a possibility that his girlfriend could become his wife. Okay, so these two sentences show possibility. Now we have discussed the usages of can and could, and I am sure you are thorough with it. May and might and can and could, I am sure you are thorough with it. Just be very, very attentive when I teach you, because towards the end you are going to have a test, and I am going to give you a star if you get full marks in it.